Hi guys, so I'm out in the garden today. I hope you guys can hear me over the traffic which is directly behind the fence that this is propped up on. I was inspired by Tim's Outside Thursday to go outside today for the 5th of October. So everyone can hear me that walk past on the street. It's quite a busy street, so hopefully no one goes, "You're a freak," over the fence. If they do, it's true, I'm a freak. I'm outside with my keys because it has a UV detector on it. Thank you, husband, which I'm kind of like mindful of because it's quite sunny today. I think it's going to be okay, but I'm really nervous about it because I burn so easily. It's why I'm outside in long sleeves on such a perfect day. That is my house behind me, yes. I'm not outside very often because of that. I hope you guys can see me quite well with the sun and stuff. I couldn't be bothered trying to work out a good angle. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about the fact that yesterday I read Frankenstein and it made me start thinking about humanity and compassion and the way that we treat difference. Yes, Frankenstein was a monster that was, constructed out of dead parts and, brought back to life, which is kind of a cool concept when you think about it scientifically. However, really what I'm concerned about today is the idea that difference is everywhere and how do we treat it. And it's made me think a lot, like I'm studying education at the moment to become a teacher, and I've been thinking about it. And what does inclusivity actually mean? We have an increasingly inclusive education program, which basically means that, we say, well, come to the same classroom, let's all be in the same classroom together and let's work it out. But what does that actually mean and what does that look like in schools? Are we inclusive for diversity or are we inclusive because we want everyone to be the same? I have Asperger's syndrome, and it was like I was talking to a psychiatric nurse yesterday, one of my friends, not that I have a psychiatric nurse, and we were talking about this idea of difference and how it's a neurotypical world in the way that we live, given that it is a neurotypical world, and so we were thinking about should everyone be held to the same standards, and what does that mean? And I was thinking about what it means, for autism and how there's a real culture in autistic communities where it's us versus them and neurotypicals versus people with Asperger's, and they should treat us differently because, or like let us, have exceptions to the rules because we're not like them. Their rules don't apply to us because we're not like them. And how it's, jury of your peers and all those ideas of equality. And what does equality actually mean? Are we talking about equality that means everyone has to be the same and everyone has to be treated equally? So does that mean that people who are talented enough to go to the Olympics, does that mean that they shouldn't be allowed to go because that's not equality if they go when everyone else can't compete that wants to? Is that fair? Is that right? Is that what we should be doing? What about people with depression? They're not neurotypical. Should we treat them differently and hold them to a different standard? Schizophrenia, should we hold those people to a different standard? If you're as well as you're ever going to get, should we treat you differently? Should we segregate? Or at what point do we say that people are beyond the ability to be integrated, I guess, into society, and at what point should we be locking them up? Because really, that's questions that people need to be asking themselves, because it shouldn't be as clear-cut as it is. I've also been, obviously, being inspired by Tim to be outside today, listening to his vlogs. His last 2 vlogs have been about LGBT issues and ideas about homophobia. I've also have quite a few friends who are heavily involved in the LGBT community and I'm really interested in ideas of, equality in marriage and marriage rights, and where does that come from? When those ideas, equality can go both ways. Do we force the people who have those rights down so that we're on the same level, or do we force the people from the bottom up? Does equality mean we have to treat everyone the same? These are the ideas that I'm thinking about today. I don't want to talk forever because I really could, because I'm really passionate about these issues, but I would love to start a discussion down in the comments about what your ideas of equality are, what that needs to look like, and whether we should include for diversity or include for sameness. Personally, I think I'm a fan of including for diversity, but there comes a point, and I guess I'm unsure of where that point is, where some people are too different. And especially in a classroom, if people can't do the work, should they be in the same class as people who can? So this is what I'm thinking about. I hope that I haven't completely bored you guys, and I will see you guys tomorrow.